how long before the U.S. can rely on its own fuel for these nuclear reactors? Can America become completely energy independent if it's actually switching to nuclear?
Yeah, so the U.S. is very lucky that between the U.S. and Canada, there's quite a bit of uranium. Even in Wyoming, and specifically, there are good uranium mines there.
But you have to mine for it, and
Well,
there are environmental concerns around that.
And you have to have the manufacturers, and that's the congressional $2.8 billion that they just passed is to get a North America supply chain going. And it was great that the Congress took care of that problem because they're the ones who said, we don't want you to buy fuel from Russia.
And as an environmentalist, you don't have concerns about this kind of mining within the United States?
Well, all mining, is subject to, in the case of the U.S., a lot of environmental review to make sure that, as you're pulling stuff out, as the tailings, or where are you putting those and how do those get used? So, I feel very comfortable that the U.S. is going to make sure that there's no environmental concerns about U.S. and Canadian mining.
How does America... For the first time in 4 decades, an American company broke ground on a next-generation nuclear power plant in the U.S. The company behind the new technology is TerraPower, and it's backed by billionaire Bill Gates. Nuclear power is carbon-free, which means it doesn't emit the greenhouse gases scientists link to climate change. And Gates is building a plant in Wyoming at a cost he estimates will be $10 billion. TerraPower's new reactor uses liquid sodium rather than water for cooling, which the company says makes nuclear power cheaper, safer, and more efficient. We spoke with Gates just after he'd broken ground. How many more of these do you have planned? And what is that going to depend on?
We have discussions with utilities about building 10s of these, but we really only have huge impact and success if we get past 100.
Wyoming has to open before you do these, or?
We can start 4 or 5 in parallel. The final approval from the Regulatory Commission is out there in 2030, and so that then gives you the green light to turn the others on. But you can start the construction. The demand for electricity in the United States for the first time in a long time is going to go up quite a bit. It's electric cars, buses. Some people use electric heat pumps in their homes. And just in the last year, with these artificial intelligence breakthroughs, all the big AI companies are saying, okay, we need to build lots of data centers. And so if we don't have nuclear to complement the wind and sun, the country will fall behind the demand for electricity.
President Biden has said, even he, with all of this money being invested in green energy, that the United States still will need fossil fuels for some time. I mean, that's the reality of what you're sketching out here. It's not either or.
Right. Well, the growth will be in the clean sources, sun, wind, and nuclear. But we won't get there to be 100% green. The goal is to get rid of all emissions by 2050. Even that's pretty ambitious. All of the clean sources will have to do a great job of getting their costs down.
For the first time,